Hey guys, hope you're doing well. So, I just want to make this quick video on the pricing formula for pay per lead. Most agencies get this wrong. So, one of the biggest questions I get from agency owners is who want to switch to pay per lead is how do I price my leads? I get this. The reason I'm making this video because I'm getting this question. And the reason this question matters is because pricing is what determines whether your pay per lead business becomes scalable or stressful. Price too low and you constantly replacing leads and losing money. Price too high without understanding client economics and nobody buys. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly the actual pricing formula for pay per lead, how to think about it, how to structure it, how your so your model works for both you and your clients. Okay. So the biggest pricing mistake agency owners make is when most people start pay per lead agency, they do very simple math. They look at what other agencies are charging and they just copy that number. Okay, someone sees roofing's leads selling 75 or $100 and thinks, okay, I'll charge that too. But the problem is pricing without understanding the math behind the business is extremely dangerous because pay per lead is just not marketing; it's a numbers business. Okay, so a quick story: when I started looking at pay per lead, I assumed the hardest part would be getting clients, but the real challenge was figuring out the unit economics behind the model. Right. Once I started tracking things, cost per lead, close rate, average job value, replacement rate, the business became more predictable and profitable, and that's when pay per lead started to scale. So the pay per lead pricing, there are three numbers that determine what you should charge. These numbers are the foundation of every successful pay per lead business. The client's average job value, right? So the first thing is you need to understand how much money the client actually makes from a job. For example, roof replacement 10,000 to 20,000, tree removal 2,000 to 5,000, HVAC 8,000 to 15,000. The higher the job value, the more the client can afford to pay for leads. This is why pay per lead works so well in high ticket home services. But it also works well in like lawyers, mortgages, real estate, a lot of different industries. It works really well. You just got to know how to like position it and how to sell it. Next thing is client close rate. So next you need to understand how many leads does it take for a client to close a deal. Okay, so for example, 10 leads equals three appointments, one job. That means client might need 10 leads to close one deal. If that job is worth 10,000, paying $1,000 for a lead is extremely profitable. That means you could easily pay 75 to 100 bucks a lead and still make great margins. Your cost to generate leads, so that's basically on the margin side, right? So client pays 1,000 bucks, they make 10,000, they buy 10 leads from you to make 10,000 right now. So that's basically the number to what we're looking at. Your cost to generate the lead. So the number is this is the number that's most important to you. How much does it cost to generate a lead, right? Let's say it costs you $30 to generate a roofing lead. If you sell that lead for $90, you have a room for replacements, operational costs, team members, profit. And a good rule of thumb is a cost per lead should be one third of what you sell it for. Okay, so if your cost is 30 bucks, sell it for 90. If your cost is 20 bucks, sell it for 60. If your cost is 100 bucks, sell it for $300. It's up to you. Simple pricing formula. Lead price equals 3x your cost per lead. Example, cost to generate lead $30, selling it for $90. The margin allows the model to scale. Because when you scale pay per lead, you will have bad leads, no shows, replacements. Your pricing must absorb all those things. Another formula, another important factor is client ROI. The reason pay per lead works is because clients are buying revenue opportunities, not leads. So if a roofer closes a $12,000 job from the leads, you send them the cost of those leads becomes irrelevant. So your pricing should make sense relative to the client's potential return. This is why it's important understanding the client's business, and is critical before setting up prices. And also when pricing breaks, right? Pricing usually breaks from three reasons. First, the lead cost is too high. Second, the lead price is too low. Third, the niche has poor economics. And fourth, when any of this happens, pay per lead becomes stressful instead of being scalable. Okay. So the goal of pricing is not to be the cheapest. The goal is to create a system where clients are profitable, you are profitable, and the model scales predictably. And when those three things exist, pay per lead becomes extremely powerful. Okay. So if you're an agency owner thinking about switching to pay per lead, pricing is one of the most important factors of the entire model. And because the numbers work, the business becomes predictable. But when the math is wrong, everything becomes harder. Okay. So if you're thinking about switching to pay per lead, I put a link in the bio, book a call with me. I charge by the hour. And then also you'll get 14 days support as you transition your business for to pay per lead. Hope that was helpful, guys. Super, super important topic. Don't mess this up. Okay. Hope that was helpful. Talk to you soon.